So
All I smell is
Doritos. Yeah. We've.
no.
I mean, what are you going to do?
It's coming out of you. It's not from the bowl of Doritos.
Yeah. We've waited. Whoops.
No, we waited.
A lot of things on this show, right? We've had technical problems. We've had guest problems. We've had people late. We've waited for a lot of things.
Now you've had hunger problems.
We literally waited 5 minutes just now
Tell
for
him
Ted
why.
to eat some Doritos.
And why did he have to eat Doritos? Because he made a different stop on the way here.
I made a choice, and that choice had consequences, and that choice didn't involve any food. So unfortunately, you guys are collateral damage as a result of that choice.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So Ted says that one of my favorite things. He says, I haven't eaten all day. Do you have some chips? I say, yeah. And and then I ask him, I follow it up because you're going to get a different answer. I said, you haven't eaten all day. He said, nope, all I had was salmon. And he goes, I go, so you have eaten? He goes, yeah, but you know what? He goes, I ate. He goes, but then I got hungry again. How does that work?
True.
I'm like,
I have not eaten all day, is what he says.
right. But he has eaten.
Just felt that way.
So that's when I asked him,
that
did you have salmon at 4 a.m.? Because, I mean, what? It's 6 o'clock now. I mean, how hungry, how starved can you be?
I've actually had salmon at about
At 4 a.m.
6 a.m. Believe it or not, yeah, I've had the munchies at 6 a.m. And so instead of eating something junky, if there's salmon available, I will eat salmon.
Now, by munchies, does that mean you're still hungover you're still drunk from the night before?
No, I wake up and, sometimes I'll wake up at like 4 in the morning and I can't sleep, so I'll just watch some boring YouTube videos to try to put me to sleep, and then during the course of that, I'll get hungry and I need food.
You need food. Okay.
I'd order Domino's at 6 a.m.
No,
not a psycho.
I'm not insane.
Not anymore.
Are Domino's? There's got to be Domino's open at 6 a.m.
No,
right?
it's impossible.
I mean,
I think they all open at about 11. I'm assuming all pizzerias open about 10:30, 11ish.
so they're missing out on the drunk just got home at 5 a.m. crowd, because I think you could really overcharge people then.
Papa John's, I think.
Well, that's what Little Caesars is for.
Oh, is that how it works?
When's the last time anyone had a Little Caesars? I haven't even seen a Little Caesars pizza.
They're
forever.
pretty big because the guy who owns the Tigers and the Red Wings owns Little Caesars.
Well, I'm just saying, like in our neck of the woods, I haven't seen any.
I think maybe it's because it's Chicago and we wouldn't have that many Little Caesars.
And Papa John's, I like
There's
Papa
one,
John's.
one on Addison's been there forever.
Oh yeah, by Lane, by my school.
But there's a Sarpino's on Harlem near Foster, I believe, if it's still there.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
I would not know that. Right. So I was just thinking this, and I wanted to share it because I didn't want to bring it up without everybody being able to hear. So in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing Andy's thing on Father's Day weekend. And on Friday...
Oh, congratulations on first place on your scramble.
And on Friday, it's going to be me, Jackson, you, and Mark riding together for 27 holes.
Well, explain to people what that is. It's a golf outing.
It's a golf outing.
Weekend golf outing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I figure if you've been listening this long, you know that Andy's thing is a golf outing. But here's the beauty of it. We have to ride, so we usually walk, but now we have to ride because it's very hilly.
It's long, yeah.
Yeah. And I just thought of this. I'm going to be riding with my son in a cart basically for 6.5 hours, and Mark and Ted are going to be in a cart together.
Oh, we're going to get along just fine.
6.5. No, I'm not talking about getting along. I'm just talking about when does Mark just take your clubs, throw them into the woods, and drive off, leaving you by yourself?
Well, it's after I give him his first unsolicited golf tip.
He will be doing a lot of walking.
Keep your head down. You're bouncing. Left arm
Ted,
straight.
get out.
Ted doesn't remember this, but him and I golfed on the Saturday 36 holes one time in the same cart. We were in the same cart.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Was I there?
Yeah.
You had to ride with Ted? Who did I ride with?
I don't know. He was in my foursome on Saturday.
Which is obviously random because
That is so
to
funny.
explain the whole thing. Like, so Friday we get to golf who we want to. On Sunday morning, if we choose to, we get to golf who we want to. Saturday is a random draw, so you could technically play with 3 guys. They're all nice guys, of course, but 3 guys that you really don't know.
And I didn't know you at the time.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just some random jagoff.
Yeah. How'd I do?
Think about that.
How'd I do?
Probably terrible, right?
It was. I don't want to talk about it. It was bad. It was weird and it was bad. Yeah.
And yet you're still here.
But in Teddy's defense, pants and shirt stayed on, correct?
Yeah.
100% of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't say that for myself. There's been times. I mean, I don't know about pants. I can't remember that part, but I've taken my shirt off multiple times.
So on a side note, you know what's weird about Alpine Valley? It gives Alpine Valley. It seems chill when you get there because it does have like a what do you call it? Caddyshack vibe. You know, like
what?
Yeah. What's the fictional course in Caddyshack?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, you get there, it's kind of like old fashioned. It seems pretty chilled out. Everyone's going to have a good time.
You feel like it has a Bushwood vibe.
It has a Bushwood vibe, but until you step into the clubhouse, and boy, those guys are like golf shirt Nazis in there. I mean, one time it says it right on the front door. It says you must wear a collared shirt to play. I get it. So I walked in without a collared shirt just to pay, and I walk in, and the first thing they say before I even get to the counter, they're like, "You need to wear a collared shirt." I said, "I know. I'm just paying for the golf." I said, "I'm not actually golfing this second. There's a collared shirt."
No, they did that to me. They were pretty adamant about it, and I was like, but I'm not golfing now. And then they were like, yeah, but when you do golf, you can't golf with a T-shirt. And I'm like, well, no, I can. I've done it many times. I'm just as good with a T-shirt as I am with a collared shirt.
The good news is they give away a lot of free towels on the last day. They just don't know they're doing that. So.
It is kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, that's their thing. That's like their hill they want to die on. It's just a weird,
It's a weird.
It's just strange. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. So some updates. We talked last week about Tom Selleck. He was offered the role of Indiana Jones and turned it down.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm confirming that is a thing because we said, "Oh, are you? Oh man, is that your bag or the pants?"
That's a big zipper. That's a big zipper.
Yeah. So that's pretty wild. He turned it down because he was doing Magnum PI.
Yeah, I think it was a CBS.
They made him
obligation or something, maybe.
Wow, that seems weird that a TV show would make you pass up a movie, but that's a shame. And then we got who is it? Harrison Ford.
Did you hear about what happened to your mayor a couple of months ago?
Alpagenis?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. No, I did not. Let's hear it.
He shot himself with a shotgun
like
in his restaurant.
Like Plaxico Burress?
He pensed himself?
On a Saturday.
He Plaxico Burressed himself.
Like at what time of the day?
During business hours, open.
So in his restaurant, in my mayor's restaurant, it's a small town. In my mayor's restaurant, he has a loaded shotgun. That he decided to play with? Oh, was there trouble?
Claims that the barrel was rusted, and he was taking it to go get it serviced. And it slipped, and he dropped it, and he went to go grab it before it hit the ground, and it accidentally went off and I guess ricocheted some buckshot, and it hit him in the leg and the ankle, and then it hit somebody else too, one of his employees.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's just focus on the fact
you didn't hear about this, though?
No, he had a loaded shotgun in his restaurant.
There's more to this story, too.
There's way more to this story.
Well, there's more was written about it, too.
Oh, okay. So I will be finding this out because you know what?
So what would you do? Let's say you own a restaurant and you have a loaded shotgun in your office. You have an office there, and you're going to take the shotgun to get serviced, and it falls out of your hands, and you try to keep it from hitting the floor, and it goes off and it shoots you. What would you do after you got kind of a flesh wound on your leg and ankle and you're bleeding? What's the first thing you would do?
Come up with a great lie as to why there was a loaded shotgun in my restaurant.
Well, it's legal. He had it.
Wait, Niles, can I have a loaded shotgun in my car? If I'm walking around in Niles, can I just walk around with a shotgun loaded?
He had a FOID card, and he was legal. It was a legal shotgun.
But not the discharge of the firearm in an establishment with a lot of people in it is not legal.
That just seems like having a shotgun in your business seems like a really poor idea. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I mean...
So what would you do?
Come up with a fake story about what happened. Because clearly that did not happen.
Why would you have to come up with a fake story?
Because a gun doesn't go off when you drop it. I know how
he
guns
didn't
work.
It didn't drop it. He went to grab it.
He grabbed it by the trigger?
Yeah.
I mean, and even if you grab it by the trigger, you have to kind of have a good hold of it. That's bullshit. It's a bullshit story.
Why would he make sure it's unloaded before he handled it? I mean, I'm not even a gun expert, and that just seems like gun safety 101.
Yeah, if you're taking it in, why is it loaded? This is a lie. Who did he try to kill? Who did he end up shooting? Which employee was he waving the gun at to teach him a lesson, and it went off?
Played some Russian roulette.
The article, and so it gets really weird because his restaurant is not in this town. It's in the next town over. So instead of calling 911...
Wait, is his restaurant Morton Grove?
Yeah. Instead of calling 911...
912.
He called the police chief's cell phone.
Cover up time. Yeah.
Who then dispatched some officers and then an ambulance and took the two people wounded to the hospital.
Well, it's called being the mayor, man.
No,
I
you know-
mean, if you can't hold on, if you're the mayor and you shoot yourself,
Yeah, he
and
was
somebody,
embarrassed, and that's what he did. Yeah.
and you do that. I didn't
the-
even think embarrassed.
well, the
Don't
fact-
you get to call the chief
well,
of police?
Well, the fact that we're talking about it, everybody knows about it
It was in the
we don't know
paper.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read. It happened in February, I guess.
I can't believe I didn't know that.
And then, so it gets even crazier. Is somebody called the paper and told them who worked there, who was there, said, "Listen, there was a fight in the kitchen earlier." Oh. And there was some, they were basically saying there was some tension and there was a fight in the kitchen, employees and blah blah blah, and perhaps he grabbed a shotgun for other reasons.
Gonna put, you know what?
Not to kill anybody, maybe like.
Well, instead of firing somebody, you fire at him.
Well, you just you sit there to scare him. He's there to scare him. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I have
That's
no
what he did.
I have no reason to doubt his story and
Yeah.
everything he said in the paper.
Yeah.
But I think it was just interesting the way the paper was trying to take this to a different.
I could see that. You two stop fighting. You wave the gun around, and next thing you know, you accidentally shoot somebody. I mean, how do you not?
Well, it's like anything, right? It's not the act itself; it's the cover up, right? That's how people get in trouble, right?
Well,
It's the cover up.
and the act.
And the
I
act.
mean,
In this case,
if
both,
he was
yeah.
waving a
Yeah,
gun
yeah.
around, you know what? This is. I can't wait. I can't wait to be a junior sleuth.
He couldn't just send them home. He couldn't just send one of them please home.
I'm going to be Nancy Drew
Yeah.
and just Nancy Drew the hell out of this thing. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I mean, Greek Pete's Greek restaurant. You know, I know they got Spanish guys in the back. There's Greek stuff going on. There's tempers.
Yeah.
And there's knives. So you got a shotgun. Oh, that's probably it, right? They probably had some knives, and you top it up with a shotgun.
Well, those Mediterranean people are
Opa.
they're very passionate. So
He did yell "Opa" after the gun went off, though.
You had to.
Opa!
And then they all did some Uzo. All right, let's do this. This is the Real 380s podcast, and happy birthday, Teddy.
oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
happy bring your shotgun to work day. Well, yesterday was double nickels for Teddy.
Yeah. Wow. I actually never thought of that expression. Yeah, the double nickel. 55 is a double nickel, which is actually kind of cool. I kind of like that expression. The
Yeah,
double
and
nickel.
we're going to celebrate by the first round of Instagram names that people sent out to us.
We have some already.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
we
come
do.
on.
Yeah, some of them were, number one, one or two of them was just, no, a bunch of them were really stupid.
Yeah.
Okay? No offense to everybody who sent these out. So if you don't hear yours, here's what it is. It was either pretty lame, really stupid, or just kind of mean. There were a couple that were just kind of mean that I'm not even going to bother with.
How many would you say you got?
So far about 15.
15?
Yeah.
And there's like, what, 3 good ones you're saying?
No, there's some other good ones. I got 6 or 7 here. Okay, you ready? Double bogey buzz. I like it. It's a little alliteration. This one, no, this is with Z's at the end. Teas and crowns. I know, I don't
That's
dislike
kind
that.
of a good one.
Grip it and sip it.
That's a good one,
Right?
too.
I
I'm
kinda
sure
like
that's
that one.
taken already.
You think so? Oh, okay. I don't. Whiskey wedges. Clubbing with crown.
Sounds like you're going to a disco.
I see a theme here.
Yeah. What else? Royalty Ted. And T is T-E-E.
Okay.
All right. And the drunk divot.
I don't like that.
I kind of like that. I mean, I don't dislike it. You don't like that one. You don't. How do you feel about any of those?
What's the second one again?
Teas and crowns. This is just the first wave.
Yeah.
This is just what I
Yeah,
found
I
the
kinda
other
like a
day.
couple of them are
I haven't even
interesting.
looked. I didn't look the last 2 days. I got all these on Sunday.
I like that those are from listeners that really listen
Oh yeah.
because they're all over the golf and the crown.
I mean, we can't. Didn't we mention? Like, I think we kind of mentioned you got to put those in there, didn't we? Or no?
No,
Oh, we
I
didn't?
said
Oh.
chimpanzee. If anybody goes with chimpanzee, it goes right to the top of my list.
Oh shit.
So the funny,
Okay, there we go.
So the funny thing is, my old lady tried to get me a birthday present, which was nice of her, but she got me. So she went to Costco, and she was there anyway. It wasn't just on my behalf, and she brought me a big thing of Blackberry Crown Royal, and I told her, unfortunately,
You don't like that?
that stuff is like awful. So I said, could you just please, I said, thank you. I appreciate the gesture, but yeah, he's returning it immediately because I will never touch it
It's not
in
bad.
1,000 years.
Well, Ted doesn't like it. He doesn't like blackberry. Oh, here you go. For the next ones, doesn't like blackberry crown.
Apple, peach, blackberry,
Gee.
that caramel sea salt one. Yeah. So yeah, it's just
yeah.
I know there's a lot of variations of it, but boy, yeah,
You know what's
doesn't even
really
taste like
sad?
crap.
You know what the saddest part about this is? As soon as you said that, I knew he didn't like all of those. This is really sad. But I like that your wife shopped for you at Costco and she got you liquor that she could just. That's the
I
worst
wasn't,
present.
I wasn't even expecting that. That's the funny thing. She showed it to me. I'm like, it was a big crowd, and as soon as I saw the BlackBerry, I said, I said, thank you so much, but the good thing about Costco is very liberal return policy. You can implement it right now because I'm never going to touch that stuff.
Did you guys go to dinner or anything, or she just went to Costco and left you at home?
Oh, we had some pho noodles, some pho noodles.
So they weren't
Vietnamese
noodles?
Pho noodles. Pho.
PHO.
So they were
PHO.
for you.
Pho you.
Oh God.
It was good.
All right, you guys ready for a feel stupid moment?
Sure.
Okay. Over 100 Chicago public school students in this last month got a perfect score on their ACTs.
How many? Over 100? 100?
Over 100 Chicago public high school students.
What is a perfect score? I've never taken the ACT.
36.
36.
Yeah, I got a -4.
Don't you
I
get-
actually got my name wrong.
Don't you get points for just writing your name down right?
Yep, I got my name wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in the minus.
So here's what you're going to say. There was 5 kids at like Stevenson that had perfect scores, right?
Well, this is Chicago public schools.
I know that. So if there's 100 in all the Chicago public schools, like Stevenson probably had 5. They're not even in. I mean, that's one school outside of the city of Chicago.
Well, Whitney Young had 23. I think Walter Payton had like 33, and my alma mater had in the 20s.
Wow.
So it was all just magnet schools. But yeah, there you
Selective enrollment.
go. Yeah, selective enrollment. So there you go. If you want to feel dumb, these kids, over 100, I think it was 120 kids or something, got a perfect score on their ACT, and if we took it right now, we'd probably get a 1.
So, look, what does that mean? Like they were going to be they could apply to obviously some top like Ivy League schools, and chances are they might get accepted. Is that what's the correlation?
No, well,
I'm guessing.
ACT. Well, it's the SAT is more. I don't know why the ACT.
I think it's pretty even. I don't
Well,
think
public schools now are doing the SAT. Like my boys didn't even take the ACT; they took the SAT.
I have no idea. I just thought it was hilarious that so many people at one school, actually 3 schools, would get it perfect.
That's why they're there.
Right.
So does that actually warrant an investigation? Because is that like an anomaly for like that many people at one school to get that much of a perfect score?
It was.
I'm getting an AI vibe.
Or an anomaly.
I'm getting an AI vibe. An AI, not cheating scandal vibe, but something that resembles AI, Google,
I think
breach
it's
of
just.
security.
No,
I
dude,
think it's just a
those
lot of
kids-
real dorky kids who did perfect score in
Okay,
it.
all right.
I mean,
Just saying. I don't know.
you know, I mean, I can't say that. It's just so impossible to fathom.
Do you have the total list?
I don't have it on me now, but I saw it. Yeah, it was 3 schools with like 80, 90, 95 or something. Almost all of them were in 3 schools.
I'm just curious how many kids at Taft.
I think it was 0.
What's an average?
No.
What's an average ACT score?
It couldn't be many more. I mean, only
So
120.
you said 36 is perfect.
What's the average?
Yeah, just like an
I have
average.
no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is there
What'd you get when you took it?
I never took an ACT or SAT.
Oh, you didn't go to college.
I did.
Well, you went after you served, so nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, no, he cared. Yeah, so but
Okay.
if I did take it, I probably would have scored probably lower echelon, lower.
I'll be
third
honest,
tier.
I'm not proud of this, but I think I scored an 18 or a 19. But I mean, that for never going to class, for cutting every day, never
good.
going to class, and not giving a shit. That's probably a great score.
Is it essay stuff or is it like is it multiple choice? Is most of the SAT multiple or ACT multiple choice?
I think this is.
It's multiple choice. Most
Oh,
of
okay.
them.
I
All right.
think it.
So
yeah.
just pick C every time. If you're in doubt, just go C.
No,
Right in the
don't
middle.
do that. That's here. That's Ted. You tip very well, but not for this. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, over 125.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, it was actually really crazy.
Oh, Northside Prep had 20 kids.
Oh, that's what it
I was
was.
thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm like, there's no way there wasn't.
So if it's a prep or magnet school, does that like imply that the kids there are accepted based on it's that?
yeah, they get picked to go in.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, they have to take a test.
Yeah,
and do
so
all that kind of
they're
shit.
not like an
They're not
IAP.
normals.
They're not like a IAP where so they're just taking the best of the best.
Yeah. So Walter
Yeah.
Payton had the most, 40.
Yeah, something
And
like
then
that.
Lane had 24, Whitney Young had 23, Northside had 20, Jones, Almason had 2, Lincoln Park, nobody had Taft.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dummies
weird.
that go to school there. So get over it. Yeah, get over it. My mom went to Taft. Yeah, that was
a good school.
way back in the day. Yeah,
My kids went to Taft.
You guys know what we missed last weekend?
Dummy.
Hot Dog Fest.
Where was that at?
It was at Portage Park, my
I
old
was there.
stomping
Huh,
grounds.
yeah, right down the street. It's not that far.
We were there.
You went?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Wow.
No way. Why
No.
didn't you say anything?
I
You
didn't
did not go, you lying sack of shit. Yeah, I guess they had like 20 or so vendors, and then they picked a. I couldn't find it anywhere, which is weird because it happened on Sunday. But they had a hot dog of the year or the best hot dog, voted some place was voted best hot dog, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Like I did my research, couldn't find it.
So there's a place on
Couldn't
River.
find the restaurant.
Yeah, I couldn't find who won.
So there's a place on River Road.
Gene and Jude's.
No, not Gene and Jude's. It's actually like if you're kind of going toward Rivers Casino.
Paradise Pup.
It might be that, yeah, but I've driven past it a few times. It's always literally it's like a Gene and Jude's vibe. It's like, it's just like really small, but it's the lines out the door. There's just picnic tables there.
That's Paradise Pup.
Okay,
Yeah,
It's
so
phenomenal.
okay, all right, yeah,
Well, their burgers are great.
Okay.
Their burgers and their beef is awesome.
gotcha.
Yeah. I don't do. Does Gene and Jude sell anything besides tamales and
No,
hot dogs?
no, hot dogs, tamales, fries, and soda pop.
Yeah, that's it.
That's their menu.
Yeah.
Bare bones, yeah.
Isn't that wild?
But it works, yeah.
Yeah, that's
winning
really
formula,
wild,
yeah.
man. That it just blows my mind. Because I was thinking like Portage Park. It's a pretty big park, and they had that. I'm just thinking of all there's like 20 different hot dogs. I'm thinking of all the fat asses that ate 20 different hot dogs.
So there's a new hot dog.
Can you even imagine that?
There's a new restaurant. I don't know if it's even in Illinois, but there's a restaurant. So they put sour cream on the hot dog and whatever their special relish and sour cream, and it's supposed to be pretty good. Allegedly.
Ted, I will find that fucking place and I will burn it to the goddamn ground.
I put sour cream in my mashed potatoes.
Okay, that makes sense.
P.
Nobody
Diddy
puts
applesauce on his hamburger, so that's good. So
nobody puts sour cream on a hot dog.
well, somebody did and it worked. So
Dude, that is freaking gross. That is really gross. All right, we got to get to your tip, Teddy.
already then.
Mark, are you going to sing us? Can you sing us into it?
Yeah.
Okay, sing us into it, and then I'll do Teddy's sponsor. Oh my God. me.
People look to Ted and say, is this the end near? Where's the final day? What's the future of Ted's tips? How do I know Ted's not left behind? Every day Ted's making changes, looking to find his tip. Don't look at Ted for answers. Don't ask Ted. He don't know.
No.
Little Ozzy.
Oh man. You know what? There's there. I got to add that
It's
to
my
my
favorite albums.
Is that Crazy Train?
No, well, it's on that album. It's Blizzard of
Blizzard
Oz.
of Oz. Oh, I knew that. Damn it, I
I used
knew
to have that cassette. I gotta find it, even though I don't have a cassette player.
Yeah, but you can just wave the cassette around.
You know, for a guy who
my day, this is what we listened to, you little
I do
fucking
have some
punks.
mixtapes at home, but I haven't nothing to play them in.
for a guy who couldn't understand what he was saying, even back in his prime, like he sang really clearly. Because I remember they would interview him, and I could not understand. He's just like mumbled. I don't know if he was like high or drunk all the time, but when he sang, he was hearing perfectly. So,
You know what? That is pretty crazy.
yeah. Even in his heyday, I'm not talking about now because he's all screwed up now.
You're right.
So, yeah.
He was almost unintelligible
Yeah.
whenever he spoke.
Yeah.
And he had an accent.
Yeah, he had that heavy British accent, and he mumbled, and he just spoke
But
like
it's funny when he sang, you couldn't hear that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A lot of artists have an accent. You can't hear it when they sing.
What?
No, he would just speak. You could hear the lyrics clearly when he,
Yeah, but how come you can't hear an accent when somebody sings?
War pigs,
It's
all
a
that
thing. I don't know. It's always been like that. And I don't remember. There's a thing.
All right, so let's get to your tip. Ted's Tips is brought to you.
I'm trying to find it. Hang on before I interrupt you.
Should I restart? Ted's Tips is brought to you by the 73rd Annual Montgomery Stupid Baby Contest. Do you have a stupid baby? A really stupid baby? Do you live in Montgomery, Alabama? Well, it's time for the 73rd Annual Montgomery Stupid Baby Contest. There will be a poop eating contest, the always hilarious First to Fall Down contest, the equally hilarious I Don't Know Shapes, and the one that everyone looks forward to, Which One Is My Mommy? Come on down to the Montgomery Civic Center June 13th and 14th for what the Alabama Chamber of Commerce called the best baby contest since Which Baby Flies the Furthest was canceled. The Montgomery Stupid Baby Contest. And don't forget, if your baby finished in the top 5 last year, they can't compete this year. No ringers. That's got to be. I mean, do you put that on your resume if you live in Alabama? That's something you're proud of, right? I won that. Yeah, when I was 3.
Alabama or Kentucky?
Montgomery, Alabama.
I've been there.
You've been to Montgomery, Alabama.
I have. I had shrimp and grits there. It was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, I was there.
Wow.
Ever been to Greenbow, Alabama?
Isn't that where Forrest Gump is from?
Yes, sir.
I knew
Is that a real place? Or is that fictional?
Roll Tide.
I don't know.
Okay. So
I don't know. Look it up, Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up. All right, you ready for a tip?
yes.
Okay, sorry. Ted, I hope this question finds you well. You've helped so many people with your outstanding advice. Despite, look at this. Yeah, I did it right ahead. Despite
Did his wife write this in?
Yeah. Here, you've helped so many people with your outstanding advice, despite what Matt and Mark tell you. What is your inspiration to help people when they seek your guidance? Beatriz, 36, Lisbon, Portugal.
Hey, Beatrice, love you. I always wanted to go to Portugal one day.
Me too.
Yeah.
Spain, Portugal.
Yeah.
I'd love to go there.
Yeah, I always get those two confused, but I think Portugal supposedly is supposed to be a little.
I don't know. Portugal is on the water, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been either one.
No,
so,
I
yeah,
know. I
so
mean, yes,
there's
Portugal is
pros and cons
yes.
to both, but
Spain has water too. But
yeah. So
anyway.
I guess what I would say, I like to do it. I like to give advice just as a public service announcement. Obviously, I would take my advice with a grain of salt, but if I could help a small amount of people in the in the social media world out there listening in the cyber world, then I've done my job. I know I'm not going to help everybody. It's like being a teacher, right? You can't reach all your students. If you could just reach a couple and change them for the better, you did your job.
Oh, are you talking to me? I don't ever give a shit. I didn't give a shit if people.
You're just there for a paycheck, yeah. And then the second part is, I just basically do the opposite of what Matt and Mark say. So whatever advice they give, I just do the opposite and just assume it's going to be right.
But what's your inspiration?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just public service.
So you're just for the betterment of the world.
Just the betterment of the world, yeah. Public service announcement. No, nothing in it for me.
Just so you know, Beatrice, this is done against our better judgment and against Ted's will. If it were up to Ted, he wouldn't be doing this.
That's not true at all. No way. He loves doing this. He loves
You think
doing.
so?
Yes, he does.
Well, I mean, if I wasn't on a
This was-
podcast, I wouldn't give any advice. But yeah, because I'm kind of in this environment. I'm not going to go out, in the world and go on a golf course or go to a bar and say, hey, I'm going to give this person unsolicited advice. So the funny thing, I've actually received unsolicited advice, and actually, you know what? Nobody wants.
But this is solicited advice.
This is solicited advice, yeah. But I've been on the golf course where, unfortunately, I have not played
Why are
that
you-
well.
Okay.
No, when we came up with the idea for this podcast, so many years ago now, one of those things was that Ted would say stupid shit, and we would say, Ted, you got to give tips to people because you have the best advice of all time. Yeah. So that was all part of
Well,
this.
here's what confuses me, and I'm just going to put it all out there for everybody. So every week we have to do this tip. A listener calls in, right, Ted?
Yes, allegedly.
And Matt sends out the listener's email or whatever a day or two in advance, sometimes hours before the show.
Okay, I'm not perfect.
But you never write anything. You're never prepared until you get here. You give it no thought at all.
I mean, once in a
Until
while,
you get here.
I will read the tip in advance. But sometimes I do read it when I get here. Sometimes I read it when I'm on the way. And yeah, I mean, obviously, when I get the text, I get a ding on my phone. Yeah, I'll look at the tip and I'll see it. But I don't really. Now I know what it says. And yeah, I mean, I'm not writing anything down.
Right, you never
It
come.
sounds like-
you
it sounds
never
like
come.
Trump.
You never write. You never come in with anything prepared. You're looking at it and writing.
I'll write it down when I'm here.
Yeah.
Because the pen and paper are here. Yeah. So
Well, no, what he's saying is you never prepare. Even if I give it to you days in advance, you don't look at it and start thinking about it.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. But here's the thing. Yeah, it's just a public service announcement. I mean, it's just for the best. Here's the funny thing. What I was thinking about, Mark? I was thinking this.
No,
what if,
no one has any idea
What if
whatever
there are no listeners? What if it's just Matt giving all the tips, and it's just like a Bernie Madoff thing. We're just getting a statement every month saying you're making 20%, and it turns out
That's it. I
there
said
never-
25%.
there never was a listener.
Yeah.
There were 0 listeners. It's like a closed loop feedback. That would be pretty cool.
Well, hold
But
on.
he has no idea that this is on streaming services.
He's
No, he's not, because he's never listened to the show.
he has in the car. I told you in the car with me a few times.
Yeah, but for all he knows is that was just a recording that you hadn't.
that we just made.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's never researched it on his own. He's never gone to our website and clicked on the link for Podchaser. He's never gone to Spotify. You've never seen our.
Well, the thing is, it's
Yeah,
funny.
that's true.
At Alpine Valley,
Never going to Audible.
I'm
never did any of that
actually
stuff.
not riding up with you this year because your dear son is riding up with you, which is good. So I'll be
He always
riding up by
makes it
myself.
Okay, fine. I don't.
Yeah,
give a
that's
shit.
cool. So, but that's the only time I listen is if I'm in the car with you for like a long trip, which is cool. But I try not to have any preconceived notions. That's why I don't.
You know,
listen
you could
to
just listen. You could just put it on your phone and listen whenever you want.
I'll
You
tell
can
you
listen
what.
every show.
I'll tell you what, just as a good faith gesture, I will do that. I will go to. So what's the best site to go to listen to our show, in your opinion?
Are you fucking
No, I'm
with me
serious.
right now?
No, for their audience too. Is there any site that's more user friendly?
If they're listening, they already know how to listen. If they're not listening,
For
then
our
how
listeners,
would they figure it out?
Just so our listeners know where they can listen to the show.
And you people are taking advice from him.
Oh,
You
my
people
God.
are writing in to ask him ideas about anything, and he is trying to tell the people who are listening how to listen.
Beatrice, stay strong out there.
Hey, everybody. if
Rise
you're-
above the noise.
Hey, everybody, if you're here right now, you're here. But for those people that aren't here, maybe you could tell them how to get here. Yeah.
I'm going to talk about imposter syndrome, so let me know when you're ready to do that.
Well, imposter syndrome.
Yeah, there's two stories that are out that came in the news back to back, as you probably know.
I only know one.
You don't know the other?
The UFC guy.
Yeah. So BJ Penn, who was a really top of the class fighter, I think he fought in like 2009 or something. Yeah, he fought that St. Pierre guy. George St. Pierre,
Oh, yeah,
when that was
yeah,
big
yeah.
back in the day.
I remember BJ Penn.
And it's funny, he actually lost that match to St. Pierre because they said like St. Pierre. He was very good too, but I guess St. Pierre put a bunch of Vaseline on his head, because he's bald, and so is BJ Penn. But his head's so slippery, BJ Penn couldn't get a grip on the guy. Long story short, he ended up losing it. But yeah, he was a top fighter back in the day. So long story short, he's in his 40s now. Apparently, he does have CTE or some type of deep psychiatric issue. So the story, he lives in Hawaii, and so the story is that he believes his family was kidnapped and replaced with imposters. So when he sees his mother, he thinks it's an imposter. So he hasn't done anything physical to her yet, but he's like harassing her. So he's actually been arrested 3 times.
Yeah.
And every time they let him go with like a restraining order, which, what does that mean? I mean, restraining orders. So here's what's going to happen. He's probably going to do some harm. Number one, he's a professional fighter. And, even if he wasn't, his mother's elderly and he's in his 40s. So I'm assuming, why is he not involuntarily committed? Because that's not a condition that gets better, right? You're going to let him go, and he's not going to realize, he's going to say, well, this is my real mother now?
Yeah. So
Yeah. So,
He was arrested 3 times in 6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
Basically
got,
every other day.
And they've let him go.
So
all 3
he's
times,
got.
yeah, so.
I did some research on this. He's got something called Capgras syndrome. Okay. It's literally a syndrome where you believe your family and friends are imposters. You can also believe that things were taken out of your house and replaced by fake things. Okay. And in my research, being hit in the head is definitely a cause of the problem.
Right.
So this is kind of it's kind of like an Alzheimer's based thing, right? Here's the really crazy part, and I want you to think about this for a second, number wise. Okay, only 12/10,000ths of the population suffers from this
Affliction. Yeah.
But now I want you to think about this: 12/10,000ths. You know what that is? With 7 billion people on Earth, that's over 8 million people. If 12/10,000ths of the population suffer from that, that means 8 million people are walking around the earth right now.
I don't know.
And they truly believe, because this is a brain disorder, that they truly believe that their family and friends have been replaced by imposters.
Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
I think,
so to speak.
I think,
Yes.
I think,
Yes,
I
very
think
much
that's
so.
happening right above us right now.
I'm going to kill that dog.
Sox
I don't know
is being replaced just as
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that dog into pieces and just throw
So
it away.
so the second story is
The hot dog.
the second story is there's a thing online where apparently our president Donald J. Trump might believe this. He thinks Joe Biden was executed back in 2020 and a clone. He didn't say an imposter. There's a clone of Joe Biden.
A clone with stage 9 cancer.
A clone. Yeah. So
yeah.
So my
well, you
que-
got to make it. You got to kill the clone
Yeah.
so that you can kill the real.
So-
what? No.
wait. So my question is this: if you were gonna get rid of Joe Biden and put his clone in there, wouldn't the clone be like a 2.0 version of him that wouldn't have like?
Wait, are you saying that Trump has that disease?
No, I'm just saying. Like, wouldn't the clone be like a better version of the one you're replacing?
No. So Trump. So one of his stupid followers put that out, and then Trump retweeted it that Joe Biden died and that this guy's a clone. But if you keep reading the story, the funniest part of the whole story is that they talk about all these other people that they have been talking about for years who have all these clone stories. I don't know if you know this. There were people in the 60s that believed Paul McCartney was cloned. Like from 63, somewhere between 63 and 65, he was killed and he was cloned because his face looks different.
And he was barefoot walking across Abbey
and
Road
then
there.
John is dead or Paul is dead, whatever said when you played something backwards. Yeah. I mean, that was a real thing.
Well, people think Shakir, what's his name? The guy, the rapper, the famous rapper who was killed in Vegas back in the 90s.
Oh, Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, people think he's still alive. Some people think Elvis is still alive.
Yeah, but this isn't cloned.
Elvis is alive. I know that.
So,
Okay, well.
here, this is a big thing. Back in around 2012, there was a lot of stories about Avril Lavigne being a clone.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I say. You look at it.
Yeah, she
and
was
then,
like a mid-level singer. She wasn't like.
where does this? This had a lot of traction for several years, and people are still talking about it. And then just most recently, there are people that will tell you right now that Jamie Foxx was cloned.
Wait, isn't there a Star Wars, one of those Star Wars series, something like Revenge of the Clones?
Yeah, it's all about Avril Lavigne and Jamie Foxx.
You should watch that.
Yeah, it's all it is. It's basically singers and actors who are cloned. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
Well, they did clone a sheep. So Dolly the sheep, I think, was cloned. So that we're talking about animals. So that was the first case.
Ted, or was she?
Of an animal was cloned.
Or was she? Yes. Yeah, it's a fucking sheep. How would you know? If you just took a sheep and then said this is the exact clone of that sheep.
They did in the lab.
I mean, how would you know?
Apparently, it was in a Journal of American Medicine, scientific journal.
But what I'm saying is. Right. How would you know?
Because all sheep look very similar.
It's a sheep.
So the funny thing with people, like when someone like tries to imitate somebody or like assume someone's identity, they say the best way to like tell that it's not them, look at their earlobes. So people who have seriously, like some people have the dangling earlobes, or some people have earlobes that's connected to their.
What about BJ Penn? They're like,
well, he's got the
cauliflower.
He's got the cauliflower ears. Yeah. Well, he's not saying he's cloned. He's saying his family's cloned. It's him.
Okay, so
he's the original.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Best way to figure it out. Okay. Is to have them have sex. And if they start have the clone have sex. If they start doing something new and different, or they don't do their same moves, then you know they're clones.
But BJ Penn's not gonna have sex with his mom.
I don't know their family dynamic. I have no idea what.
All I know is like a guy like BJ Penn and other guys like him. Anybody with those ears, you don't want to mess with.
No, it just says I'm going to kick.
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. I've been punched in the face. I'm okay with it. I'm going to hurt you.
I've been held so hard in a headlock that my ears look like this now.
It's funny. He doesn't even have ears. It's almost like just shriveled up little cauliflower things. It's like it doesn't even look like an ear
wrestler
anymore.
Ears, yeah.
That's what they call it, cauliflower.
Yeah, but it's really bad on him. So
it is really bad. All right, so Teddy, you're talking about science, okay?
Teddy talks science.
Teddy talks science, right? You guys remember we talked about there's some jobs when you tell people your job, they're just like, I don't believe you, right? Or your job is so stupid.
Right.
That it's when you describe it, it sounds ridiculous. Okay, I found another great one. Are you ready?
Okay.
There's an article in the Journal of Neuroscience talking about how researchers are helping to deal with cocaine addiction. Okay. Are you ready? The researchers are giving fruit flies cocaine-laced water.
Didn't they do that with monkeys back in the day? Remember those commercial? They gave a monkey they gave the monkey the option you could have sex or cocaine, and it chose cocaine every time, and it just took cocaine until it died.
Is this a new chimp story?
Yeah, no, it was a commercial on TV, like it was like a say no to drugs thing. Yeah, they said they gave this monkey a choice: you could have all the sex you want or have all the cocaine you want. And the monkey chose the cocaine every time. So there you go.
And then what? You get the high school kids going, I just want to bang as much poontang as possible. I don't need any cocaine. Yeah, but seriously. The researchers are giving fruit flies cocaine-laced water, and here's the best part, okay? When they started to do this, the fruit flies didn't want the cocaine water.
Okay.
Yep, they had no interest. They gave them cocaine-laced water and sugar-laced water, and every time they chose the sugar-laced water, I guess because the cocaine was bitter.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you ready? They turn off the taste genes in the fruit flies.
That's cheating.
Don't know how they did it. And then they got them to take the drugged up water. So once they turned off the taste receptors.
So they roofied them. They roofied the fruit flies.
Yeah, basically.
They Cosby'd them.
Okay.
We got to stop saying roofie. It's Cosby now.
Okay. Yeah. But do you see how this is your job, right? So somebody asks you, what do you do? You say, I'm a scientist. Oh, what are you working on? Cocaine, fruit flies. What? I'm giving cocaine to fruit flies, okay? I'm giving them.
This is all federal money, I'm assuming.
But then you have to
These are people that never leave the house. You don't have to worry about them telling other people what they do for a living.
But
these are nerds of nerds. They're in the labs.
Somebody's
don't.
got to ask.
They don't know anyone.
They know other
No,
nerds.
They know
that are
they're
doing
but the other
different
nerds
things.
don't. They're not interested in what they do.
They have to be.
No, they don't.
If you listen to one nerd tell a story about work, then they have to listen
Yeah,
to
but they would
your
believe
story.
what they did.
What do you mean? The other nerd probably has just a stupid story. I mean,
What I'm saying is their job would not be unbelievable to each other.
yeah, but stupid.
I mean, there's weird jobs. Remember, there's like people who sniff armpits. The chest like deodorants. I mean, there's a lot of odd jobs.
One of my
out there.
favorite show was Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs. Remember that show,
Oh,
Dirty
yeah.
Jobs?
Oh,
that was
yeah.
one of my favorite shows.
That was a
Oh,
great
I remember
show.
that show.
It's
Yeah.
a great show that we watched it religiously.
Yeah.
So there was a guy. He would basically. So there's like a possum in your house. He would just go up there with no equipment and just grab the thing by the tail and just drag it out there. I mean,
They don't bite.
Something that you'd be scared to death. I mean, or like a snake, something that we'd be scared to death to give you near. He just walks in there and
I'm
just.
not afraid of
he's-
possums.
he's
We
in the-
got one in our yard.
He's
love
in the
them.
crawl space. He just he's yanking that stuff out of there. So.
I'm not afraid of that. Just because I scream loud like a girl does not mean I'm afraid.
Raccoons
So
are
if you saw,
bad.
so if you saw a possum drop out of your son with that
I
white
would
ghost
shit my
face,
pants.
exactly.
I would
Dude,
shit
we have the biggest,
pants.
like whitest possum you've ever seen. He glows almost. He's so white.
I
I
don't know how to respond to that.
So the funny, so there used to be a skunk
hangs
around.
out in our yard.
There used to be a skunk around our house. So it's funny. I was taking a walk a couple of times with my old lady on the street, and they're aggressive when they see you. They stop and they kind of get into that attack position, and we just ran away because they got that stink gene or that stink gland, and you don't want to get sprayed by.
They got to turn their ass towards you. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to get near them. So we just ran away from it. So
Yeah.
don't mess with a skunk.
No, I see him getting crushed all the time. Okay, so let me just finish this up because this is the weird part. Once they got the fruit flies, excuse me, once they got the fruit flies to take the cocaine laced water, you want to know what the weird part was? They didn't want any other kind of water. They only wanted the super awesome cocaine water.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, the scientists found out what everybody else already knows.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
yeah, and do not worry. This is done at the University of Utah. I contacted them, and we are on the list for human trials. So, yeah, is that? I mean, I just want you to think about that.
That's like saying, man, I'm going to move you into a 5-bedroom gold-plated house on a golf course where you can go off anytime you want, and we're going to have you live there for 6 months, and then we're going to move you into a one-room studio apartment at the YMCA in the middle of nowhere. Which one do you choose?
I still don't understand how that's a thing. But no, my whole thing with this is, at some point, you have to tell someone what your job is. You have to tell someone what you're doing at work. And that seems impossible that you would tell somebody that you're giving
what's funny?
cocaine to fruit flies.
Now that I think about it, I can't remember the last time anyone ever asked me. I guess I'm not that interesting, but I don't remember the last time anyone's ever asked me what I do. I mean, like say just random,
Everybody assumes what you do, Ted.
Yeah,
Everyone just assumes that you're an Uber driver.
that's kind of.
I
just what-
actually did drive Uber for a little
he
bit.
did.
I did. Yeah, it was interesting.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
And
That was an interesting
And actually,
ride.
one time, what's weird? Only one time some guy got in the front seat with me. Everybody usually sits in the back. Yeah, it was really weird. Of course, he was like a foreigner, and he had, he reminded me of like, he's like the wife I should have had because he was like telling me what to do. He's like, you're going to turn here, do this, do that. I'm like, wow, you're so bossy.
Wow.
We took an Uber on Friday, and they don't know where they're going. None of them do. They just follow the map.
Yeah.
So they don't even look at street names, right? They're just following the line on the map. You know what I mean? And they're just,
Okay. How do you think I get around?
It's like Tron. It's like Tron.
yeah. I mean,
I couldn't live like that. I can't do that. I need to know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. So I don't know. They have no idea. And the one woman on Friday, I'm like, the Uber app always takes them the wrong way to where we were going. And I'm like, you're going to turn left here at the light. She's like, it's telling me to go straight for some reason. But I said, yes. But if you look to your left, that's the building we're going in. You see the big sign? That's where we're going. So if you continue to go past it, we won't be going there. So that's our destination. This light, you turn left, and then it takes you into the parking lot. She's like, but it's telling me to go straight. I'm like, please, just turn left. So she turns left, and I said, and then once you get in the parking lot, you're gonna hang another left at the stop sign. So we're driving, and she says, okay, tell me when to turn left. And she's approaching the stop sign, and I said, just turn left at the stop sign. And she's saying, tell me, you got to tell me. And she goes right past the stop sign, and I'm like, okay, you could just stop right here and let us out. We're good. And we got out of the cab, and and I looked at my wife, and I'm like, she was literally telling me to tell her when to turn left. I don't understand.
how you didn't just scream like in the middle of the block, just scream now and have her drive up on somebody's lawn.
Dude, she would have. I mean, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
that
saying.
would've
I'm
been
like,
perfect.
Like, what? Where?
No.
Well, it's like taking an old person out of their routine. It just like discombobulates them because they're not expecting that, you know. So
We have a world full of people that don't know north, south, east, west, where they're going, what streets are, what hundreds. They don't even look at fucking addresses anymore. They never pick us up in front of our house. They pick us up where the dot is telling them we might be. I don't know. I'm in my house. I put the address in. Come to my address.
So back in the day, for a nanosecond, one of the odd jobs I worked when I was going to college, so it was a job where you had a van, a company van, and you would put put the
body in the van and dump it in the
stuff
pit?
on people's lawn, like flamingos on people's lawns with like happy birthday, or it's like there's a baby born. So you put it on their
Wait,
lawn.
you
and
did that?
I did that for like a hot minute. So, but that was before. That was
you see Ted doing it wrong?
yeah. No. But here's the thing. So we had a map book. This is
misspelled
before.
boy.
This is before cell phones. This is before Google Maps. This is before Garmin's. So we actually had a map book. We had to map stuff out. So like I'm driving as far as like Tinley Park, Indiana, and this is like 2 a.m. This is like overnight. It's dark outside, and I never got lost. I was confused because like the South Side, for example, like Tinley Park, everything's like 66 Court, 66th Street. It's like, oh, go to the house with the pool. Every house has a pool.
Go to the house. The pool's in the backyard. How would you even
Yeah,
know?
but I'm saying like every house is very homogenous down there. So and it's dark outside. And now that you think about it, it's really weird because like these days, you hear about these people pulling up by accident to somebody's house and someone like shoots them now because they make the wrong turn. They just go in someone's driveway. Some official, some congressperson, not a congressperson, but like a committee person in some state, some Uber driver just accidentally pulled into his driveway and realized it was in the wrong place and he was just leaving and the guy comes out and just starts firing in his car. This lunatic.
So hold on a second. Is that a thing? Because I would love to do that. Because people turn around in my
Ted
my
did it
driveway.
to your neighbor today.
Yeah, people do that, and I mean, I know I'm in a really small, like just a street, a city street. But I'd love to just start anybody who pulls up on there,
Open fire.
just start opening fire on them. Like if you get one tire on there, like you're trying to park, and I just start putting bullets into your car.
Yeah.
That seems like it'd be. I mean, that seems really.
And usually the shooter is an elderly person in their 60s or 70s who's obviously scared to death of everything, because they watch too much Fox News.
The first was he looked black. What? Yeah, he did. Like what? It was a kid. It was like a 16-year-old white kid.
Well, there was the one case where I think it was like a 16-year-old African American kid accidentally knocked on the wrong door. This was like a famous case, and then like the 86-year-old white guy.
Ted, I don't care what color they are. You knock on my door, I'm shooting you.
Yeah, well, I think he shot him through the door, but then the guy. So they arrested the guy, but then he actually died already before they could convict him because he's elderly, so he already passed away. So it's just
it just seems like such a weird response.
He got what he deserved.
Yeah, it just seems like a weird response to someone knocking on your door. I mean, I get it if they're like banging on your door.
I mean, if it's like 2 a.m. I mean,
I
I actually heard there was a case where a woman, I guess she got into a car accident. I think this was in Michigan several years ago. She got into a car accident. It's like 2 a.m. and she was just discombobulated. And she just starts banging on somebody's door, and the person, they just freaked out and they shot her through the door. I can't remember if she lived or died.
Seems like such. I mean,
I could see that though. I mean,
I can see having a gun. Okay, let's just say somebody's banging on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I can see you pulling out a gun. I could see that, and then you kind of pay attention to what's happening.
Just say, hey,
you see what's happening.
Talk to them through the door,
or you could just do this. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm just going to call the cops real fast.
Yeah, stay where you are. Stay where you are. Yeah.
Or I could just shoot you
through the door. Yeah,
you know
so
what?
It doesn't make any
My
sense.
cell phone's upstairs.
Yeah.
I think I'll just shoot you.
Well, plus, if they were trying to break into the house, why would they be banging on your door? Right? If they wanted to get in your house and do you harm. So,
most people that come to do bad things to you aren't
banging on your door.
Yeah, they don't announce it. They just hold up a banner. That would be funny if Ted pulled up a banner and out there. A guy wakes up. He goes, "What does that say, honey? What does that say in the front lawn? I'll be at your house in 15 minutes to rob you." That's weird. I thought it was my 50th birthday. No, that was last week. That just seems, I don't know, it just seems really weird to me.
There seems to be more of those stories in the news lately.
Yeah, that just seems like a weird, first thing to think about, to do.
And obviously those people get in a lot of trouble, right? They're not getting a free pass.
No. Oh, you know what? Damn it, I forgot to do this again.
What?
Oh, this thing. If you enjoy the episode, if you learned something today, please consider following the show, subscribing to your favorite podcast platform, or leaving a 5-star review. I've never left a review for anything. So I'm asking people to do something I have never done.
I've done it. I'm going to check right now to see.
This helps the
Spotify.
podcast more than I could say. This allows us to reach more and more people, and this would mean the world to us. Also, visit our website at voteforted.com. That's FORE, or just Google the Real 3 Idiots podcast.
Well, 10 people have given us 5 stars.
That's it?
10 on Spotify.
Hold on. If I tell the listeners,
Rate the show.
if I tell the new listeners that haven't listened yet to do this, would they? Does that make sense, Ted? Does that make sense to you?
I just took back my 5-star rating and put us to a 1.
If we had a YouTube channel, we would say click the like and subscribe button.
You know what I just said? I just said we suck, and especially I said I suck. Just so you know. So
You know what's weird? Here's another thing too. The person who leaves like a 1-star Yelp review. Yeah, I've never done Yelp. Actually, I did Yelp one time. So I was.
you were a Yelp driver
No,
too?
no. What happened was I was working in a different company, and I would go to the same restaurant that was like kind of in the parking lot of my my building. And the guy, I got friendly with him, the guy who owned the place. And one day he's unsolicited. He goes, hey, if you could just go to Yelp and just give me like a 5-star review, give our place, which I thought the place was good anyway. And I had no concept of Yelp. He goes,
asked you to do that?
Yeah, he asked me, and he goes, I'll give you a free lunch.
I'm asking people every day.
He goes, I'll give you a free lunch. So I actually, but it was kind of a pain in the butt because you can't just go on. You have to actually like log in and create a password. Yeah, so I did it, and I gave him a 5-star review, which I would have done anyway. I just wouldn't go out of my way for it. Then he ended up getting a free lunch out of it. So, but yeah, I didn't
Got a
mind
free
doing
sandwich?
it. Yeah,
That's such fucking bullshit.
got a burger out of it.
It's such bullshit.
Well, I mean,
That
if it's
businesses bribe their customers to give them a 5-star review.
well, I mean,
If you give me a 5-star review, I'll give you
No,
free.
but I know,
burger.
but it wasn't a bad idea because, like I said, I had no concept of Yelp at the time. So I mean, I would have done it anyway.
I have a business, and there's a business that I would say is my competitor, and I never Google's the review now for like businesses, right?
Yeah.
I never, ever ask anybody to give me a review on Google. I don't care about that shit.
you don't know, like a sign up or something, or
No. God, no. Hell no. I just do my job. And people give me reviews all the time.
okay.
And I don't know how many reviews I have over the years. But there's a company that's been in business like 5 years, and they got like 235 5-star reviews. It's
probably
virtually
their friends.
impossible. But it's bullshit. And I think people are smart enough to see through that.
They're clones. They're hiring people, right? Professional. So is like so. Basically, you're saying that company.
He tells people, or he tells people
Yeah.
to give him a 5-star
Right. So-
review,
so that
or says, "I'll give you 10% off." If you give me a
that
5-star
company is
review.
the same as the people as P Diddy
Well-
hiring those people for $20 an hour to wear free Diddy T-shirts.
I want
That's
one of
what
those
I'm saying.
T-shirts so bad. That's all I can think about now is I want one of those T-shirts. Well, I mean, you could ask Mark. You could easily
I
ask.
don't want to. I don't. So I know I could.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not.
Hey, if you wouldn't mind giving me a Google review,
No.
If you know how to do it, if you don't know how to do it, then fuck off.
So here,
That's
I'll
fine.
give you an example. So I was on. I used to bowl at Arlington Lanes, for league. So I went on their website just because I wanted to find out there was like an upcoming tournament. But when
Can you hire bartenders with bigger boobs? That's what he put in.
No,
there.
but actually on their website, like as part of their website, they actually have a review section that, and I just for curiosity,
Did
I
you
did
do
read
a movie review?
No, I just read it. I was just like, yeah, place is great, blah blah blah,
My
lanes
dinner
are
with
good.
Andre.
Yeah, dinner with Andre. Yeah. English
No,
patient's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah. So it's an integral part of every business, it seems.
yeah.
You know,
I don't.
so-
I don't think I do it.
I don't
So-
do it either. I've had many bad meals, and I don't bother going online. And
No, I just fire him. I just fire a place.
good.
Done.
Yeah, just don't go back
Cracker
there.
Barrel fired. You want to know? You want to review a Cracker Barrel?
Actually, what happened at Cracker
Hey, you want to
Barrel?
know a review of Cracker Barrel?
They're still out there.
Number one,
Right.
food sucks. Number two,
They don't give you enough of it.
Not enough of it.
They don't have
Number
good food?
three, service sucks.
Really?
Number four, the place sucks.
Wait, so
Number
you-
five, it sucks.
Wait, so you just had one bad
Nope,
experience at
nope,
a particular
nope. I
Cracker
never
Barrel,
fire anybody from one.
or was this a pattern?
So here's what happened. It was a little bit of a pattern. They were fired. There's the only place to eat. I acquiesced with the family and said, "Let's just go to Cracker Barrel." That's what everybody. Fuck it, go to Cracker Barrel. Okay?
They got that really cool gift shop though.
Yeah,
It's so homespun.
I said, let's go to Cracker Barrel. So we go to Cracker Barrel, right? And I do this. I say, yeah, let me get the pot roast dinner. Okay,
Ooh,
fine.
good choice.
Pot roast dinner.
Good choice.
This is a while back.
Good
yeah.
choice.
So we do our thing. Everybody gets their food, and the girl looks at me and she goes, "Were you going to order something?" And I look at her. I go, what? What are we talking about here? She says, "Are you going to order something?" And I said, when you took all the orders, did you feel like I didn't order something and you're just now asking me when everybody's got their food? I said, I ordered the pot roast. I actually said, I don't know what it came with, 2 vegetables like cauliflower
It's not
and
Cracker
carrots.
Barrel's fault. The stupid
I
server.
said, can you just bring me all carrots if it's possible.
Yeah.
If it's not possible, but I love the carrots.
Well, apparently it wasn't possible to bring you anything.
Yeah. I said, don't you remember that? Don't you remember that? She goes, no. And right away,
That's great.
Right away, my family's sitting there, and they know this is over. This is it.
So you know what it's like to be hungry. Yeah. You know what it's like to be hungry and left out.
Yeah, but this is it. They know this is the last fucking. So and nobody at the table is surprised when I announce too loud, this fucking place is fired forever. And then, no, I'm pissed. The girl walks away because I'm clearly being a dick.
Did you put in an order for pot roast?
She comes back in after
it.
everybody's done, right? And she goes, "Did you want something?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I want you to make sure that the bill is right and that you didn't charge me for it." And guess fucking what?
The pot roast was on the bill.
It was on the
That's
bill.
awesome. That's awesome.
It was on the bill. Yeah. And I walked in and I was like, "Listen to me." I go, I'm going to give you a little bit of money here. I go, I didn't tip Dingbat over there. I'm going to give you a little bit of money. I know what the bill says. I'm going to give you what I think is fair. I go, I didn't get my food. I'm a little pissed off right now. Doesn't mean anything to you because you didn't do it. I go, but it's this place. And the girl's just like, whatever. And I threw a couple of dollars out there, and I go, see you later. Bam, gone.
So another funny story. So
That's not
you
funny.
remember Golden Corral?
Ted, I'm still angry
Golden
about it.
Corral? Still around. Is it? No, it's
Yeah, it's Golden Corral still.
No, not Golden Corral. It's like a pancake house. I can't think of the
Ponderosa?
name. Not Ponderosa. It's
IHOP?
Whatever.
Who gives a shit?
Anyway, so long story short.
Golden Corral is a
No, it's a buffet.
buffet.
Yeah, it's not Golden Corral. It's something. It's one of those pancake houses like IHOP. Anyway, so my mom, 40 years ago, had a bad omelet there. Okay, 40 years ago, whatever. And to this day, she still talks about that place, even though there's multiple chains of it.
Ted, it's
the word. I said, "Have you ever gone back there?" She goes, "No." I said, "Maybe you just had one bad experience."
a buildup. Nobody fires a place after one time.
But she talks about it as if it was yesterday.
Ted, I'm still angry about
the statute of limitations expired on that one. Man.
Ted, when I drive by, when I'm on the highway or wherever, and I drive by a Cracker Barrel,
you go into a rage.
No, it takes everything I have not to pull off, buy some gasoline, and burn that fucking place down with people in it. Yeah.
It's just a pot roast dinner.
And because,
It's
you know
pot
why?
roast
Do
dinner.
you know why? Because I fired it, and then I stupidly hired it back on and had to refire it. And then I had to explain why.
Wait, did you
That's the part that
did you
pissed
ever
me
have a
off.
good experience there?
One time.
Okay.
One time. We ate there like 6 times. Each time it got worse and worse. And
Was it the
just-
same one or was it different ones?
They're all the same. They're all just shit. They're
No,
all
but with
garbage.
different
I don't remember. I
locations.
think I've been to Cracker Barrel once,
Garbage.
and I don't even remember. I was not even of driving age.
Yeah. It was
I
probably...
think it was with my
They're
grandparents.
still around. They're all over
Yeah,
the place.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably so horrible of an experience that you just blocked it out.
I had a good experience.
No, you
I
didn't.
remember.
No, you didn't. You blocked
I
out.
did. I remember
You
I
think
had
about it
the,
as a good experience, but since you never went back, you know it was a negative
I
experience.
think I had the dumplings, like the dumpling dish.
dumpling dish. Sounds terrible.
Oh, on a side note, I was reading that the
Here's
best
a
dishes.
side note. Here we go.
If you go to Texas Roadhouse, either get the prime rib or the chicken fried steak. I heard it's pretty good. If you ever go to Texas Roadhouse, there's one in.
Thanks, Ted.
It's one in Mount Prospect.
Thanks, Ted.
And you've had it?
No, I just read about it.
Idiot, dude, you are. An
Well,
idiot.
if you guys
You
go
knew
there,
that was coming.
I
Right?
mean,
as
he's
soon as I
such an
asked,
idiot. You're recommending a meal at a restaurant that you've never been to and never eaten.
just heard about it.
FYI, if you ever go to this place, that's what you just did. I mean, I don't even fucking know who
This will
does that.
This will be Teddy's. This will be Teddy's
Who
new bit.
does that?
Right? We say, Ted, let's recommend a meal you've never had. This is the best meal I've never had from a restaurant I've never been
actually,
to.
you know what's a good. Actually, you know what's a good place. You know what's a good place that's underrated.
No, you don't either.
No, Panda Express, in small doses. I mean, if
The
you're just really
Panda
hungry.
Express at a mall.
No, I mean anywhere. I went to a standalone one, but yeah.
Wait, I thought they were just in malls.
No, they're standalone stores. They're in strip malls.
They
or
are. There's
outdoor
one
strip
at
malls.
Village Crossings.
Yeah, there's one in Wheeling.
They're in a mall.
There's one in Wheeling.
It is a mall.
Yeah, it's a mall.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
But it's not a real restaurant.
yeah.
it's
You
not-
can sit. No, you can sit down and eat there.
They don't serve
You take
you.
the
It's
tray.
counter service.
Yeah, you walk up there with the tray and you order a la carte, and then you can sit down and eat right there. They got tables there.
You know what's great is
A tray.
gas station A&W chili cheese dogs.
Ooh, that sounds good.
We actually
did
stopped.
not.
Listen to me. We actually stopped at a gas station. We were ravenous. Me and my wife and 2 boys. We were on the road, and it was one of those gas stations that has like a Subway, they had an A&W root beer, and they had like an Arby's.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we walked into this gas station. It was filthy, and you go down the hallway to where the 3 restaurants open up.
Yeah,
It
it's
opens
almost-
up, and there's 3
Yeah, it's
restaurants.
like a TA's
It's
truck.
almost like a
truck-
courtyard.
Like a TA's
It's not
truck
that big
stop,
though.
yeah.
It was smaller, and I went into so they were deciding whether they should get Arby's, Subway, or A&W root beer, and it smelled so fucking bad in there. And I went to the bathroom, and I went into that bathroom, and I immediately came out, and I said, "Let's go." And they were all looked at me, and they're like, and they said the same thing. Yep. And all four of us fucking turned around. We got right back in the car, and we drove away. It stunk. And there was flies. So that's what it was. There was flies everywhere.
Fruit flies on cocaine.
Fucking horrible, dude.
Fruit flies with cocaine water infused in them.
If those fruit flies got away,
they would eat everything.
They would drive you insane.
Oh, you don't eat when you're on cocaine. They would just, what would they do?
But they would just buzz you everywhere. They'd be, because fruit flies are pretty slow. Those would be like, they'd be like little rocket ships.
It'd fly in your ears and lay eggs, and
Oh my God, dude.
I think I've eaten at A&W. I think I saw one in a mall in Michigan like years ago. It's very obscure.
I can't say I've ever done that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like a fountain. You know, like obviously root beer floats. You know, burgers.
They have A&W like drive-ins.
Here's what I know.
What about Sonic Burger?
A&W root beer's got that frosty mug taste. Yeah. Oh man, you watch enough of that shit.
Yeah, I haven't had a root beer in a long time, man.
I had a root beer at XXX.
Doesn't it make you belch? Like if you drink a root beer, doesn't like a root beer induce belching?
I mean, it's a
not
carbonated
not
soda.
Like but I mean, like for some reason, just root beer versus all other carbonated sodas, that just really induces.
It's pronounced root beer too.
Root,
not root.
Ted, I don't know the
I'm
belching.
I'm not talking about a Kelly Winter type belch. I'm talking like a world class belch.
We say root beer. We have Chicago accents.
Root
beer.
The
Ute beer.
I don't know. You know what I heard? I was listening to Cheryl watches The Kitchen all the time, and they got a Chicago guy on, and I noticed that he dips into the Chicago stuff. You can hear it. It's funny. You can really, really hear it. Yeah. So I'm sure I do it after a couple of drinks, or when I get a little sloppy with my words. I get a little Chicago over dare. My dad used to get so mad at me when I said dem, D's, and does. I guess when I was a kid,
Soldiers Field.
Yeah. Hey, one of them. Well, and he goes, you do this. Them. It's not dem. I don't know. What about D's?
Remember when Christian Bale freaked out on the set of Terminator? Like he's Australian. I think he's from Australia.
We talked about this. And he's not Australian.
No, but I'm saying whatever
he's
he is, British. Yeah, but when he freaked out, like whatever his acting voice is or his voice that he projects, he went back to his whatever original town he's from. He just lost his mind because he lost his fucking mind.
Well, that's how he
and
talks.
Started cussing out the stuff. Yeah, he sounded like he was from South Dakota. He's like, hey man.
It's like when our buddy Andy gets drunk and he gets his Irish accent kicks in like really hard.
Wait, it gets worse? He's
pretty thick. He sounds a little leprechaun-y. He does. All right, before we get to Mark's movie mention, I got to do this because I think this was awesome. You guys know Livy Dunn, the former LSU gymnast.
Yeah, she was a social media figure, and yeah.
She was a gymnast at LSU.
Yeah,
very pretty.
Yes.
She's dating a professional baseball player, Paul Skeens.
Oh, I thought she was dating a registered sex offender who was on probation because that's what women. It usually attracts women like that.
Oh,
just kidding. Just kidding.
You see how he gets? Do you see how?
Of course, she's dating a professional baseball player.
Okay,
or hockey player or football player. Yeah. Anyway,
well, it's a baseball player. Okay, so she did an interview the other day. And she is really freaked out because she says she's being stalked by middle-aged men.
Like I said, I've seen her picture on the internet a few times. Does she have an OnlyFans account? Or I don't know.
She said something happened to her in the airport, right?
Yeah.
Well, like an incident in the airport.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of things, but this is what she says. She says that these people are meeting her in all the places she goes and asking her creepy questions and doing all sorts of creepy stuff, and they are starting to appear everywhere she is.
Well, I guess when you're so beautiful, that's just the pitfalls of being so beautiful. Let's ask Gisele Bündchen.
Okay, so I mean, and that's what I thought too. That was part of it.
It must be exhausting to be that beautiful.
But then one of the reporters asked her this. Say, by the way, don't you a lot of times post online where you are and where you're going to be?
Yeah, and then she dresses provocatively. Of course, she's always like in a bikini, right? She's always.
I'm pretty sure she's not in an airport in a bikini.
No, but I'm saying,
I'm almost 100%
but I'm saying
sure.
the few times I've seen her likeness on the internet, it's always in some provocative pose or how wonderful life is and blah blah blah. So it's the law of unintended consequences.
But
so
I thought the weird part is, if she's always posting where she is and where she's going to be, and then. She said yes, but she said people shouldn't be following her around and waiting for her where she is and where she's going to be. And all I'm thinking is, do you not understand how the internet works? Do you not understand the weird losers that are following you? You think she probably thinks it's like a whole bunch of girls her age, right? It's like when you go to a dating app and you think all the girls are 20. You think all the people you're talking to, all the guys think they're talking to 25-year-old girls.
Yeah.
You're not. You're talking to exact same weird guys
Yeah.
that are just like you. And you're just doing that back and forth, hoping that at one point someone is an actual girl, and then you can throw them in your van and drug them and throw them in your basement, right? I mean, so the whole thing is really bizarre. And I don't understand how she complains about how to do this.
I didn't hear that story, but yeah, but it's like a social media figure, like asking for quote unquote asking for privacy after they just literally post 24 hours a day online about everything they've done in their life.
Exactly what she does,
and then demand privacy on top of that. So yeah, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, and then the best part is she actually posted a video of herself, and these kill me, of herself crying. She posted a video of herself crying because some dudes, I guess, were circling her in an airport in Omaha and trying to get her to sign stuff.
Omaha.
Yeah. But she posted, when you put the camera on yourself and you cry and then you talk, you literally lose all credibility.
Well, I think it's already been lost.
Yeah,
it's already been lost. Yeah, so.
It seems really weird, and she's totally freaked out that people would do it in a place like Omaha. That was her real big takeaway from all this.
Well, like I said, it's like the Kardashian thing. Like, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So as long as her name is mentioned in some capacity, it doesn't matter what the context is, because as long as they're
it's hard to complain about that.
Yeah. But obviously, it's just all manufactured and contrived. Because if she was really that serious about it, she would obviously go dark on the internet, which she can't do because she's addicted to it, right? Because she's an attention.
She's addicted to
She's an
attention.
attention whore, right? It's like some people are. Yeah. So she wants it to happen, and then so she probably likes complaining about it. So I'm not saying she doesn't deserves that, but yeah, when you're just out there in the hinterland of the World Wide Web, you're going to attract all kinds of people, and most of those people are probably not going to be the desirable people you're looking for in your life. You know what I mean?
So and here's one of the best things. She recently did a fashion show, and she went out walked the catwalk, and whatever she was wearing, she did the splits on stage, and they had this all videoed. Okay, after you dress in something attractive or whatever, then you do the splits on stage. Listen, every middle-aged man, every man who has no life between the ages of 30 and 50 are going to follow you around everywhere you go. So you made that mistake.
Yeah.
That was a you problem.
When they're not jerking off to the still photo of that, right?
That's
the other part, right? So
that's the other part. I'm saying you're lucky. You're lucky that you don't get to see what they're doing when they're not in the room with you, because that would be the really disgusting part of it, right? That would be the part where you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe someone would put that there while they're doing that. Yeah. And you're just like, oh, listen, that's Tuesday. Wait till Friday date night comes, baby.
Her photo's probably been in a lot of places that she doesn't want to know where they've been. So,
So it's just one of those weird things that when people complain, then again, the thing that got me is I saw the crying video, and I was just like, you know what? Fucking stop doing this shit.
You know what? She'll have her 15 minutes of fame, and then
the next person.
And there'll be the next Livy Dunn, the next, new shiny toy on the block. Yeah, so it's like, remember that Kate Upton? It was the same. It's like the parallel. Remember, so Kate Upton went with Justin Verlander, right? Another baseball player, right? So she was the big thing back in the day, and it was the same thing. I think guys were following her around because she was a very attractive woman, and she was complaining. I guess like some guy who was like a kind of a semi-stalker.
She was in swimsuit issue.
Yeah. So, but if you look at the parallel, it's kind of the same thing. So Kate Upton was about 10, 15 years before her, and now you don't hear about her because she's. I think she married that.
You don't want to be stalked.
Because she's above 30.
Don't post for Sports Illustrated's swimsuit issue, right? Stay out of the swimsuit issue, and you'll be fine.
Well, I mean, don't. I don't know. I mean, if you live your life online, when anybody can see you, you open yourself up to the things that you probably don't want. I mean, there's probably some good of it. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't. But I would guess 85% of it's just bad.
Another minor celebrity that I have no sympathy for whatsoever.
Yeah,
so
man, we all got problems.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not be. I mean, would I be upset if I was stalked by middle-aged men in Omaha, Nebraska airport? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I think I might like it. Depends on what they want me to sign.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, Mark, are you ready for your movie mention?
And how?
Oh, that's the movie. Okay, go ahead. That's the movie. I thought that was a movie. My bad. Let's see. Mark's Movie Mentions is sponsored by TJ's Ride 'em and Cook 'em Stables. That's right. At TJ's Ride 'em and Cook 'em Stables in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, you get to ride a horse and then eat it. You'll get the best ride of your life, then the best steak of your life. Don't worry, we do the killing, unless you want to put that doggy down. Your horse will be saddled, then slathered. So come on down to TJ's Ride 'em and Cook 'em Stables. Mention the Real 3 Idiots podcast and get an order of horse sausage free with your meal. TJ's Ride 'em and Cook 'em. It'll be the most delicious ride you've ever had.
You know, it's not legal to eat horse in the United States of America.
Obviously, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, there ain't no fucking rules. And
No,
don't worry.
it's actually not illegal.
Of course it's not illegal to eat horse. That's ridiculous. Who gives a shit what you're eating? Probably 99% of what Ted eats is horse.
I'm eating a lot of horse shit on this episode right now. And it's not yummy.
All right, Mark, dazzle us with your movie mention.
Okay, the movie I want to mention tonight came out in 1991.
Ooh, yes.
It is called Man in the Moon. Man in the Moon. It's a coming-of-age drama. It's Reese Witherspoon's cinema debut. First movie she was in. She's like 14 years old. So it's a great movie. It takes place in 1957, the great state of Louisiana. Her sister, mom, and dad. Her mom's pregnant. She's 14, got an older sister. They live out in a rural area, kind of like a farm. They live next to a house that nobody lives in. I think it's the Foster house, and they've got like a watering hole, and she's kind of a tomboy. Reese Witherspoon, her name's Danny. She's kind of a tomboy. She likes to go skinny dip in there. Then one day she jumps in the pond, and there is a teenage boy in there swimming. And
He's also naked?
I don't think he was naked. She was. The nudity's not a thing. I'm just saying skinny dipping's a thing in the South, right? So she goes in the watering hole, and that's kind of what makes it awkward because, she's not used to anybody being there. And she says something like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. He's like, you get out of here. And she's like, well, this is the foster place, and unless you're a foster, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, I am a foster. So it turns out that the mom and the kids moved back to the foster house where they are. They're fosters. And so now they do have neighbors, and she kind of falls in love with him, but he's like 3 years older than her, and the plot thickens. I don't want to get more into the film because I could really give a lot away, and it would ruin the movie for everybody, but it's called Man in the Moon. 1991. It had a budget of $6.6 million and a box office draw of only $2.8 million. So it did not have any success in the box office. In fact, it was a flop. But it's a really freaking good movie. And I will say this, Roger Ebert, whom I loved, he gave it 4 stars, and he actually said it was one of he included in his top 10 list for the best films in 1991. He said it was number 8. So he said it was the top 8 film in 1991, which I saw. I didn't see the movie in the theater, but I saw it a couple years after it came out. I saw it on probably HBO or something like in 92 or 93. I thought it was an awesome movie. I've seen it since then. It holds up. It's not a long film. It's 99 minutes long, so right up your alley, about an hour and a half, right?
Excellent. I could have wasted an hour and a half.
And I mean, it moves pretty quick. It's really good acting. It's a really good story. It's directed by Robert Mulligan, who I think, I'm trying to think if he was the guy that directed To Kill a Mockingbird back in the 50s. I'm trying to think what the connection is there.
Wow.
I didn't do a lot of research on the movie. But it's a good film. So, Man in the Moon, 1991, coming-of-age drama starring Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, he did To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Sam Waterston's in it. Jason London plays the love interest of her, and Tess Harper plays her older sister, I believe. That's Tess Harper. Jason London knows in this movie. You guys would know him from another movie.
Was he in that? Was he in the movie where all the kids were in a military institution, and like they with a couple of Feldmans and Tom Cruise?
Corey Feldman,
No.
Or?
He was in Dazed and Confused.
Oh,
so he
loved
played
Dazed and Confused.
Randall Floyd, Pink Floyd. Remember they called him Pink Floyd?
Pink, yep.
Yeah, he played Pink. He was in Dazed and Confused.
Oh, I love that movie.
Which came after this movie, though. So he was a little bit older in Dazed and Confused. But I don't think he's been in anything since. But anyway, it's a really good movie. I mean, it moves pretty quick. I thoroughly enjoy this movie. I think they don't make films like this anymore, but I highly recommend it. Man in the Moon, the film.
Yeah, that's Mulligan's last movie.
He died. Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But he did Crazy Fear Strikes Out. The who's the baseball player?
Casey?
No. Anthony Perkins played not Bill Veck. He was a baseball player in Fear Strikes Out, and I guess Anthony Perkins was gay, and he didn't like the fact that Anthony Perkins played
That was an
him.
old movie.
Old
Yeah,
movie.
that's an old movie.
Really,
Yeah.
really old. But that was pretty funny. I can't.
But what's great
I
about this
forget
film is this movie came out in 91, right? And he did movies in the 50s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, To Kill a Mockingbird won Academy Award.
That was 62. Yeah, his first
62.
movie was 1957.
And this movie is done in the same genre, right? It's the same type of. It's
a great movie.
This is a great movie. It's based in 1957, right? But he made it in 1991. So it's a great story, and it's well done. I mean, I miss films like this.
And I'll tell you what, I don't really care if people believe me or not or agree with me. I like Reese Witherspoon.
I love her.
She's an awesome actress.
I love her in this film. I mean, she's great in this movie.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of good movies. I've always been a big fan of hers.
Yeah. She's done some great movies
Ever since this movie, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and it does have a fun twist. I do remember this. Yeah, it does have a nice fun twist. Not fun, but it does have a
There's a lot. There's
twist.
a lot that I could give away, and I don't want to. So you just have to watch the movie because it's great.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Let's see, 91. I was what was I? 77.
I was a
87.
junior in high school.
Yeah.
So I saw this.
I was 20 something. So yeah, it all kind of resonates, right? It's kind of fun, kind of that thing that you think about all the time, and yeah, I kind of dig it. Yeah, I really do dig it. All right, what was that? I had. Did you guys know that? It looks like they're going to cancel the. Oh, we got to do a public service. Sorry, before we go, they're going to cancel Kelly Clarkson's show.
I didn't know she had one.
Yeah,
Currently.
It's pretty stupid. I mean, it's just the same as all of them. But she said it's too grueling. It's too grueling.
Wait, wasn't she one of the original American Idol contestants back in the day?
Yeah.
I don't think she won though, right? But she was on. She was. In the
I
top
think she was
30.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was on it. Yeah. I guess she said her schedule is brutal.
I think she did win it.
Oh, did she?
I thought she was.
Well, maybe like top 3. She was
Yeah.
definitely in the top.
But
yes.
I don't know if you know this. These daily shows that get put on. You know how many days a week she has to work? Like 3.
Wow, that's incredible.
I know.
It's grueling.
I know. It's grueling. She's away from her kids for those 3 days. The other 4 days don't count.
Yeah, she won the first season. That's what I thought.
Oh, did she?
She was the very first
that's
winner
right, yeah.
of American Idol. Yeah.
What, with all their money, they can't just fly the kids into her so she can be on the set. They can't be on the set with her. It's
no,
not
Ted.
It's not possible.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
The nanny's got it.
They can't
Ted.
get a
What-
private-
What the nanny's going to get on the plane with them?
They just couldn't get a private jet and just so she can see her kids.
No,
just for
no. If you've never seen the show, because it's on, so if I don't get to the TV when I'm at the gym,
It's always on in the gym.
it's on in the gym. So I got to get to the
Really?
TV and turn it off. Yeah,
Is
because
he-
the old folks, they come in and they don't want to watch sports. They want to see like The View and
but
this.
there's no
and this.
sound. There's
Yeah,
no sound.
but they keep the closed captioning on so they can read it.
Yeah.
Which I know it comes off too fast. They can't read that fast. I just know they can't.
So is her show similar? Like she's just the host and she's interviewing people.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
there's a couch.
How tough was it to? Let me ask you this question. I know you don't get this a lot. How tough was it to work with Tom Cruise? Oh, he's so hot.
and how many shows are like this where they bring in a
All of them.
minor
They're all exactly the
celebrity?
same. No.
So
they
does
get
it matter?
major celebrities.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah, and they ask them the same question.
Well, I'm assuming the more famous the host is, the more famous the celebrity they'll attract, right? So if it's like a nobody, right, they're not going to no one's going to agree to come on their show, right? So it's kind of like a.
It's funny. I searched her and nothing comes up about her show being canceled.
Oh yeah. Well, no, she was saying that she's just it's too much.
Or yeah.
It's over the top. It's too much. All right. It's barbecue time. So if you're listening all the way to the end, in a lot of places, the weather's getting nice, and we need to go over some grilling mistakes that people make before they even start cooking. Okay, so tell me if you guys have ever done any of these things. One of the most important things they say is never grill indoors or under cover.
What about your bathtub?
Oh, except for your bathtub. Yeah,
could
hold
go
on. Let
in
me
the
write this
bathtub.
down. Hold on. Except for your bathtub.
So
Yeah.
so
'Cause
years
you could turn on the
so,
fan.
So
the
years
Sure.
So
Sure,
years
you
ago-
got water right there in case it starts on
Yep.
fire.
years ago.
That's fucking.
Yep.
Hold on a second. So let's make sure you do barbecue in your bathroom, in the bathtub.
Yeah.
I was in Southeast.
Specific.
I was
As
in
long as it's
South,
not a plastic bathtub.
Okay, so now we got more rules.
It's got to be like a porcelain or you could line it with tinfoil.
See?
There you
Okay, so this is public service.
I was
Go
in
ahead, Ted.
Southeast Asia, staying at a friend of the family's house, or actually a relative's house, for a couple of weeks. And yeah, they didn't have a stove; they had a hot plate and like a charcoal thing. So when they cooked, it was like barbecuing inside. So you could smell the charcoal fumes.
Was it in the bathroom?
No, it was like a kitchen, but it was just like being poisoned every time by every time they cooked something.
But you took the malaria pills.
We took the malaria pills, and then we went to the local mall and actually bought them a stove, so they didn't have to do that. And not for them, but just so I wouldn't die in my sleep from carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah, that's why I did it. So
each time they just invite someone from America over and they get one appliance.
Yeah. Well, it was like a house. Yeah, but I'm saying, it was like basically a barbecue. Every time they fired up whatever they fired up, it was like a barbecue. It was like firing up a Weber grill inside your house every day. So
Well, I still remember that the guy, the bald-headed guy who likes everything except eggs, and he was visiting a country, and they had to drive in a boat because where these people live on this river, and they just lived like above a river where you just reach down into the water. They had to get in a boat and go 20 miles to fish, not buy fish, but actually fish, because that was the only place where the water wasn't full of gas and oil and garbage and filth,
sewage,
right?
Yeah.
But then they come back and he's there and he's talking while they're doing it. They take the fish and they just put it in the hole and clean it in the water that is right there. And he literally says these words. He goes, see that? He goes, we went 20 miles to
It's
get the
Michael
fish.
Simon, right?
No.
He doesn't like eggs. I know Guy Fieri doesn't like
Yeah,
eggs.
it's another guy. It's the guy who ate the maggot cheese. I don't remember which guy.
not
he
Anthony
is.
Bourdain.
No, it's
not
not that.
Anthony
That
Bourdain.
guy's weird.
He's
He's literally on TV. And he's got the video, and they can't speak English. But they invited him to his house to eat, to their house to eat, which is like a hut. And they take the fish that they went 20 miles for, and they clean it in the river. And he literally says this. He goes, see that? They cleaned it right there. He goes, I'm going to eat that. He goes, but when I get home today, I'm literally going to be crapping my pants and puking for hours. But I can't not eat it. He goes, but we went all that way, and they just cleaned it right basically in toilet water. It's the weirdest.
Actually, toilet water is probably cleaning the cleaner what they're cleaning it in. So
It was really weird. Okay, here, back to this. Don't reuse coals from last year.
how's that possible?
If you have coals that you burned and then you basically stop burning them, they can release harmful chemicals. So they need to burn down. Don't reuse coals that you used from a previous cook. Get rid of those coals, no matter what, even if they're still there. If they started on fire enough or even a little, they're dead. Get rid of them. Don't mix up your tongs with raw and cooked things. That's a great way. Like if you're taking raw chicken out and putting it, but then once you start flipping it,
cross-contamination,
don't do that. This is awesome. Do not use gas or paint thinner to light your coals. You need to use actual lighter fluid. Yeah.
I'm assuming somebody must have done that at some point and something really
so
bad
there's an
happened.
actual difference. In a pinch, though, you can use whale blubber oil or anything Donald Trump has ever touched. Both are very flammable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And orange.
And orange. Don't skip preheating the grill grates. You need to put your grates that you're going to cook on, they need to be flaming hot before you put anything on your grill. They have to be hot.
Now, would you oil the meat or the grill?
They talk about oiling the grill grates. They talk about oiling the grill grates, but only after they are extremely hot. Extremely
What kind
hot.
of oil would you use?
Avocado.
Not olive oil. No.
No, avocado oil.
Oh, okay.
It's a great grapeseed oil.
Oh, okay.
Grape or rapeseed oil.
Oh.
Either one, which if I was going to name something, I'm going to name it rape something. If I invent something, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's for babies. Like, oh, this is for this is babies' feet. They'll never get a foot infection ever. What do you call it? I just call it rape oil. Yep, Matt's rape oil for babies. That's what I would call it. It'd be the best fucking thing ever. Never use a wire brush to clean your grill grates. The wire bristles come off, and if you eat them, it will completely fuck you up. Best way to clean your grill grates, and I think Mike talked about this, our buddy Mike, cut an onion in half and rub it on the rub it on the grilled
Oh
grates.
wow. Okay.
It works. It works.
I know, but I have a brush that I use. It's not a wire brush though.
Yeah. Well, they have heat-proof scrapers, but don't use a wire bristle brush.
I stopped using that 10 years ago. Wire brushes. I stopped using those 10 years ago. I grill a lot. I grilled last night. I grilled 2 nights in a row. I mean, I grill a lot.
Yeah.
I stopped using wire brushes to clean my grill at least 10 years ago. There was a kid in Minnesota that died.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got stuck. It was
Just one, yeah.
One little bristle.
It was in his intestine.
What type of brush do you use?
I use this one. It's a steel. It's like a coil on one side, and the other side is just like a almost like a looks like a spatula. It's like a scrape. It's just a solid piece of metal, and then the other end is not bristles. It's like wire. It's not wire, but it's like
a ball of yarn or something.
It's not ball. It's like a coil. It's basically coiled steel.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's any good.
No, it is.
Steel.
It's not. It's not. What do you mean steel?
Okay. I'm just saying the
There's
onion,
no bristles.
the onion works.
I know, but I mean, I'm not cutting an onion up and put it in my hand and fucking rub it on my grill to clean it. And besides, the shit that I put on my grill, you can't clean it with an onion.
You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Is you would be surprised. Okay, let's put this thing to bed. Teddy, last thoughts on your birthday.
Oh, so my last thought is I'm actually gonna start an OnlyFans channel for me, and the first 10 subscribers are going to get a Livy Dunn viewed used sock as a promo item. So after I see Livy Dunn do the splits on the runway, whatever sock I was wearing at the time, I will send you that in a Ziploc bag for the first 10 subscribers. You're welcome.
Man, if you stayed to the end of this, it was absolute. That in itself was worth the price of admission. All right, Mark, last thoughts.
Yeah, I'm not going on Ted's OnlyFans.
I would in a
website.
heartbeat.
No,
I would
cost money, and I'm not doing it.
I would absolutely in a heartbeat get on Ted's just to see what he thinks would be worth money that he would do.
My last thought is that yesterday was Ted's birthday, and I got you a gift 2 months ago.
Oh, thank you.
That's what came. That fucking stupid duck thing.
That's okay. It's the thought that counts. Actually, for my birthday, you know what I'd like to do? I'd actually like to win a match against one of you guys. One of these days.
But so you're not going to let me finish.
Please.
I ordered something through Instagram for you, and it wasn't that. That's what came. And it turns out it's from a company, surprise, surprise, it's in China. So when you go to the customer service thing, they're like it's idiotic. Because they're translating and everything gets lost in translation.
Yeah,
so I tried to tell them that they gave me this instead of that, and they wanted a picture of it. So I sent them a picture of it, and then they wanted something else, and nothing was making any sense. I'm like, you know what? Fucking forget it. And I gave Matt the duck.
That's okay.
Ashtray.
Yeah. Well, he's an Oregon Ducks fan, so that actually makes perfect sense. So that actually worked out good.
But there is some gifts upstairs for you.
I appreciate it.
Came in. Came in. So we were going to give it to you beforehand, but we can give it to you at the bar.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then, you know what? Remember that line from Johnny Dangerously when he gives his mom an ashtray? I've been thinking of taking up smoking, and this clinches it.
Speaking of birthdays, so my son turns 21 tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
There's a bar restaurant in Des Moines where on your 21st birthday, you go in there with 3 friends. The 4 of you drink for free all night.
Oh, that makes sense. That's perfect sense. It makes perfect sense.
Is that crazy?
That seems
I'm
pretty.
not joking.
That seems very generous.
They're going there, and it's not just one. They have multiple locations. It's not like a chain, but they have.
Is it McDonald's?
No.
Oh, you can drink soda pops.
It's Little Caesars.
Oh, another tip, a side tip, real quick.
Oh God!
Don't do 21 shots on your 21st birthday. For all you guys out, all you guys and gals out there. Yeah, don't do 21 shots on your 21st birthday. It sounds really cool. It's a really terrible idea. Keep it
party pooper.
Keep it moderate.
I wonder if
your parents love you.
I wonder if there's any point that I could have done 21 shots and lived. I bet I've tried.
You're still here.
Yeah. I think I've only blacked out like twice.
Okay.
Maybe 3 times.
What did you remember? That's a joke.
He woke up with Kevin Duckworth on top of him.
Yep. It was college. I was experimenting. And hey, I got a duck ashtray out of it. So yeah. So
I am going to give you that duck, Ted.
No, it looks better here. Looks better here, yeah. So
Well, and for everybody, that will be the picture on our post for today for the show. So I will take a picture of that
On Instagram.
Yeah, and post it on Instagram and TikTok. That will be the picture that you see, so everyone will see what Ted wasn't supposed to get.
Yeah.
For his birthday.
Well, what he was supposed to get was a ceramic. It was a Bigfoot wearing a Crown Royal shirt. I showed you the picture of
Yeah,
it, and he's
it was
like
very
flipping
cool.
you off.
oh,
It was actually really cool.
I like that.
I was like, oh my god, this is fucking
like that.
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And I bought it, but that's what came.
That's okay.
All right, and so my final thought is this: if there are any groups of guys that are going to follow Livy Dunn around, and she's in the Chicago area, and you guys are going to accost her, I'd be more than happy to show up and help out.
And make her feel even more uncomfortable than she's already going to feel.
No, I'm just gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have her sign a pair of my underwear, not her underwear or girls' underwear. I'm just gonna say, "Can you sign it? But can you sign it right by the butt?" That's where I want you to sign this. I want you, yeah. And I got you a marker.
By the crack.
Yeah, right by the crack of the ass. Yeah, and she'd be like, "Those are old." I said, "I've worn them a lot." Yeah, they're my favorite underwears.
My favorite underoos.
Yeah, these
Do you have a funny underwear story?
No.
Not this minute.
No. There's no funny underwear story. All right. Listen, keep listening. If you get a chance, we'd like a few more than 10 reviews. Just a couple more. Yeah, 10. I mean, even if you give us a 1-star, I don't really give a shit. But just a couple more reviews would be cool. Keep sending in Teddy's names for Instagram. I will include more next time. It's just that I didn't particularly love the collection we had. So, yeah, be more unique. Okay, some of them were just a little lame, so be more ridiculous and more unique, and we will see everybody next week.